you.
Bill Cosby, ladies and gentlemen. You know, this is when I was younger and thought I was interested in comedy, and I know this is true for everybody who was interested in comedy of my age and generation. We would love your comedy albums.
Yes.
And in those days, anybody who was a comedian helped establish his reputation via the comedy albums. I don't even know that they exist today, but this is like 50 years ago or so, and your comedy albums would always be like in the top 10. Well, now, 50 years later, comedy albums, I think, are pretty scarce, and yours still today are in the top 10. 50 years later. How does that happen?
Oh, right. It happens, Dave, because as you so accurately pointed out, there are fewer albums out there.
Well,
So
still,
I'm more or less, Dave, competing with myself.
Yeah, I didn't mean to inadvertently diminish the accomplishment.
Oh, now you're going intellectual on me.
Yeah, that's right.
You just ran off tooth thesauruses on me. Inadvertently.
Yeah.
Whoo.
Yeah, but now, here's something that if I knew, I forgot. You went to college, and I always associated Temple with you in college, but you didn't finish college.
No, and I came out of the service. I found myself in the service. If it's not for the United States Navy, Bainbridge, Maryland, boot camp, my first morning, 04:30, which I made a mistake and said to the man, "You mean 4:30 in the morning?" And he came here and he said, "I'm not your mother."
Yeah.
And then he took my bed and he threw it on the floor. I said, "I got to get out of here."
I don't like that attitude at all.
I went over and I took the SAT, not the SAT, the GED exam. Took the GED exam and put in my time. It was wonderful. What the Navy did was absolutely wonderful. But when I got out, I hit the ground running from Little Creek, and I went to Temple University. They offered me a track scholarship because they saw me run from Little Creek.
They saw you coming.
Yes.
Look at that guy coming across campus.
So, and are they clapping because I'm leaving again? So anyway, the track coach said to me, "I'll give you the scholarship, high jumper," and I said, "Fine." He said, "But you have to take the SAT exam." I had never studied anything. Now, there's an old saying, a dying man sees his life pass before him. All those years I sat in class quietly watching Dr. Duff and Mr. Sapolsky. I never took books home or anything. Now I open the page and I really want to get into college, and here's my whole life on these pages passing before me. Now, the only thing I can go on is what I've heard. Some genius, before going in, said to me, every third question is the letter C.
Really? And how did that work out?
No, ask them how it worked out. I don't know, because I lost count. And then the next thing was they said something about don't answer if you don't know. Well, that's a 0. So I was making up stuff and I just gave up. And my total score was 500. I had a 500 SAT. See how quiet it is? People don't believe it, but it is possible. And one guy said, "Oh, you got a 500 in math and a 500 in verbal?" I said, "Yes." And they give you 200 points. That's what I heard.
They automatically
so I
walking
was
through the door.
scorching that exam, man.
But now,
wait, they put me in remedial everything.
This is
I couldn't even stay. They thought I didn't have enough intelligence to stay on campus.
Yeah.
So they gave me tokens to go home. and come back.
But now, let me just, it's so unfathomable.
What?
Because
there you go.
Yeah, you are nothing if not intelligent, worldly, intuitive, wildly smart, conversational, accomplished. How can it be that you do so poorly on the SAT?
You not pay attention. My sixth grade teacher said, William has a quiet way of not listening. Now,
At least,
I have books that they gave them to me in September. You turn them back in. This is public school. They always knew my book because when they did like this, it went. Yeah, I hadn't opened it. But see, this high school I went to, Central High School, is for boys with high IQs. Somebody saw the IQ and didn't, and then I had to take an exam. And after I took the exam, they put me on probation.
really?
Yes, so this is high school. But I love it because, Dave, when I'm sitting on the subway with the Central High School jacket cover, old people know that that's the school for brilliant young boys who obviously have gone on before me. And they say to me, you go to Central? And I say, yes, I do. They say, you must be smart. And I say, yes, I am. And they say, do you know anything? No, I don't.
I don't know anything.
Yes.
Now, Bill, so there must have come a time,
Yes.
as the kids say, an epiphany, when you had a realization, an image visiting you that helped you discover what your road to success would be. When did that happen? What was it?
When the man came into the barracks at 04:30, and he had a stick, and he was banging on everything. Everybody in the barracks had to get up. It was our first morning in the United States Navy. And when I got up, after he hit my bed, see, my mother, it took 3 visits to get me up.
Yeah.
And it was just one with him.
Yeah.
So he said, and he had a cigarette. The cigarette was here, and the smoke going up one nostril, and coming out there, I'm not your mother.
Yeah, that was...
And that's when I said, I'm getting out of here.
Yeah.
I was looking for James Cagney to break me out.
Do you remember the first idea, the first piece of comedy that came to your mind that you thought, oh, this might be something other
No,
than...
I didn't talk like that. I didn't talk like that. I loved to be loved because, well, it's a long story. My father and mother and so forth and so on. But I just loved it, and I knew that as long as people were laughing, they liked me. That's what I thought. And I listened to the radio, and I heard the comedians, so I would repeat some of their jokes.
Who did you like on the radio?
Oh, Jack Benny.
Jack Benny. That's what everybody goes to. He was fantastic.
But may I tell you the Jack Benny line that I couldn't stop laughing at? You have time?
Yes, we do.
Okay. I was with my wife, and we were at the Sahara Hotel in Las Vegas, going to see Jack Benny. And Jack is out there on the stage, and he's talking. So he says, may I have my violin, please? Out walks this white man in a dark suit with a black skinny tie, white shirt, but the collar is open. I mean, it's this much space around, and his hair is slicked back, but you can tell it's not Vitalis or anything. You can tell it's like water. And his color is like a white, gray, and he comes out and his face is... And he gives Jack the violin, and then he turns around, and his loafers don't fit because the heel keeps clop, clop, clop. And Benny let the guy walk off, and everybody in the audience watched the guy, And then Jack said, his name is so-and-so. I keep him with me because we have the same type blood.
That's wonderful. Bill Cosby, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be right back.